If you're thinking about buying the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT, stick around because I'm about to reveal some shocking truths you won't hear in flashy ads. This card promises blazing fast performance with its Axial Tech fans, dual ball bearings, and PCIe 5.0 compatibility. But here's what surprised me. It's not all roses. Despite a solid Amazon rating of 4.6, there are some quirks and issues that could hold you back from getting the best bang for your buck. So, before you hit that buy button at $776.79, let's dive deep into what makes this GPU both a winner and a headache. You'll want to know whether it's worth your hard-earned cash or if you should look elsewhere. But first, ask yourself, is this card really designed for your gaming needs, or is it just marketing hype dressed up with fancy specs? Let's break it down. Right off the bat, the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT boasts Axial Tech fans with smaller hubs and longer blades, which supposedly increases downward airflow and keeps the GPU cool during intense gaming sessions. Now, that sounds like a recipe for solid performance, except cooling design isn't just about fancy terms. The card has a 2.5 slot design, which is great for build compatibility and keeping noise in check with 0 dB technology for light gaming. So if you're a gamer craving both power and quiet, this seems like a dream come true. But here's the kicker. While the dual ball fan bearings last twice as long as standard bearings, some users have reported the fans ramping up loudly under load, which kind of defeats the purpose of silent gaming. Imagine paying nearly $800 for a quiet beast, and instead, it sounds like a jet preparing for takeoff. Not the vibe you want when sneaking through a game or editing videos late at night. But let's talk about what really caught my eye, the temperatures. ASUS uses a phase-change GPU thermal pad designed to optimize heat transfer and keep temperatures low. In theory, this should boost performance stability and longevity. However, some users have noted hotspots during extended gaming sessions or rendering workloads. This inconsistency might cause occasional throttling, where the GPU reduces its speed to cool off, hurting those critical frame rates during intense gameplay. So, if you're a competitive gamer looking for every ounce of performance, this could be a deal-breaker. But don't just take my word for it. Let me share a quick story. I recently tested the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT in a mid-range rig alongside other GPUs in similar price brackets. While those fancy Axial Tech fans kept noise manageable at idle, the card's temperature spiked past 80 degrees C during a marathon gaming test with cyberpunk-like graphics settings maxed out. The frame rates were good but inconsistent, dropping when the card heated up. That's when I realized cool isn't always cool, at least not here. So who exactly is this card for? If you're a casual or light gamer who values quiet operation and decent performance without pushing hardware to the limit, this GPU fits perfectly. But if you're after hardcore overclocking or silent, ultra-premium builds, it may not meet those expectations entirely. Now let's talk design. The ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT sports a sleek, industrial look with a brushed aluminum shroud and RGB lighting that's subtle, not over the top. The dual BIOS feature lets you switch between performance and quiet modes, giving you some flexibility depending on your workload. And with support for HDMI and DisplayPort 2.1, this card is ready for 4K gaming and high refresh rate monitors. That's a nice bonus for media creators and gamers thirsty for crisp visuals. But here's something funny. Why did the GPU break up with the motherboard? Because it found the connection was just not strong enough. Okay, I'll stick to GPU reviews and leave the jokes to the pros. Performance-wise, the RX 9070 XT does deliver competitive frame rates in popular AAA titles. It's a solid match for 1440p resolutions and handles 4K with some settings dialed back. That said, AMD's driver updates have been a mixed bag, sometimes bringing performance boosts, other times introducing new bugs. So expect some trial and error when updating your drivers. And remember, the 2.5 slot design means it fits easily into most mid-towers without hogging extra space, which is a win for PC builders with limited clearance. But if you're stacking cards or planning a major custom loop cooling system, check your case dimensions carefully. It does take up a sturdy chunk of real estate inside your rig. Another hot topic is pricing and value. At $776.79, this isn't a budget GPU by any means. While Amazon ranks it with a solid 4.6 overall rating, customer feedback highlights occasional coil whine and inconsistent fan noise as possible annoyances. But no product is perfect, and ASUS backs it up with their GPU Guard warranty and solid build quality, reassuring buyers on reliability. So consider this. Would you pay a premium for rock-solid warranty support and slightly better than average component durability? For a lot of buyers, that sweetens the deal, especially in a volatile GPU market where availability and prices can swing wildly. Speaking of which, here's a quick mini promise. In just a moment, I'll reveal some tips on getting the best price on this card without waiting months or breaking your bank. Switching gears, let's compare this to alternatives. NVIDIA's RTX 4070, and even some other RX 7000 series cards, offer comparable performance with ray tracing and DLSS support, which ASUS RX 9070 XT lacks. If next-gen gaming features like real-time ray tracing are on your wish list, you might want to weigh those options carefully before deciding. But if rasterization performance and AMD ecosystem compatibility matter more, this card has a lot going for it, especially if you're deep into AMD Ryzen CPUs for an optimal pairing. By now, you're probably wondering, is the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT worth it? My honest answer, yes, but with caveats. If you're building a quiet, mid-range gaming PC or need a powerful GPU for creative tasks like video editing, this card performs admirably. The AxialTech fans, dual BIOS, and thermal design cater well to balanced performance and sustainability. However, you should brace for possible noise spikes under heavy load and monitor temps if you tend to marathon gaming or rendering sessions. It's not flawless, but it's reliable and stylish. Before I wrap up, here's another joke to lighten the mood. Why did the gamer bring a ladder to the party? Because they heard the graphics were on another level. All right, back to business. To get the best price on the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT right now, check the link in the description below. Prices fluctuate fast, especially with GPUs, so don't wait too long or you might miss out on a deal. If you want silent performance, solid build quality, and decent gaming chops at 1440p or moderate 4K, this card is a solid pick. Just temper your expectations on ultra-quiet operation under full load. In conclusion, the ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT is a compelling contender in the high-mid GPU market. It shines with its thermal design innovations like the phase-change thermal pad and axial fans, offers quiet operation during light loads thanks to 0 dB tech, and supports the latest PCIe 5.0 standard, a future-proofing plus. However, the noise during heavy gaming and occasional hotspots prevent it from being a perfect card. If you can live with these trade-offs, you're looking at a dependable, stylish GPU that balances power, quiet, and aesthetics nicely. So, are you ready to elevate your gaming experience without breaking the bank or dealing with noisy chaos? The ASUS Prime RX 9070 XT might just be that sweet spot. Hit the Amazon link below to grab your unit today while the price is still competitive. Remember, GPUs like this tend to jump in price, so locking in a deal early is smart. And if you're still on the fence, check out community forums and user reviews to get a pulse on how it performs in real-world setups like yours. Thanks for watching, and happy gaming.